Episode 7 of Game of Thrones Season 5 ended. The Gift. It was a decent episode, I guess. The ending was pretty good. I was very happy with the ending. Come back to that in a minute. It's a bit, happening this episode. Notably, the North, Stannis, Baratheon, of course, preparing to attack Winterfell, had set up camp, and it was snowing, and they were having problems with the snow and some of his people. Not quite used to the, I guess, extreme weather that they're having at the moment, and winter is still coming, but he talked to the Witch lady, and I don't know, there were some disagreements with her, some disagreements with Davos, and I don't know, we'll see. He feels like he really has to attack now, or he'll get a reputation for running away. So that it's gonna be a big battle for Winterfell, and I don't know, could go either way, because I mean, he's got a decent army, I think, but with the winter and with people at Winterfell wanting to defend it, more used to the cold, more used to the winter, they might have an easier time out there fighting. And Reek got a chance to help Sansa, and she had him go up and try and light a candle to send for help from Brienne. But I had a feeling, as he was going up those steps to light that candle, somebody was going to be up there waiting for him, and sure enough there was, which was the worst possible person that could have been up there, and somebody got attacked for it. Reek confessed, and yes, they ended up killing someone, so to show Sansa that it's not going to be quite so easy to get word out. But I still hope that Reek, Theon Greyjoy will finally just snap and kill Ramsay or something. Poor Theon, poor Sansa, they've just had a horrible time dealing with Ramsay. Hopefully this connection with them will lead to Ramsay being killed, because he's just a horrible human being who has done horrible things to both of them. The Wall, Jon Snow was preparing to go out with the bearded wildling guy. Can't think of his name, but they're going to go out and try and get the wildlings to come back, which is still a pretty unpopular decision amongst other people within the Night's Watch. Night's Watch did lose a member that's been there for a while, so not sure where that will go, but he was a wise person, and I'm sure they'll miss him. Sam got beat up, stood up for his lady friend, and got pummeled for it, but got a return of, briefly, of a certain canine, and scared off the guys. But he also gave Jon Snow one of those pieces of glass, that dark, can't think of the name of it, but Dragon's Glass, or Dragon's Fire, whatever it's called, the obsidian stuff, to help possibly with the creepy crawly guys coming, White Walkers. But I don't know, hopefully they'll come to a head here soon. King's Landing, I'll do King's Landing last, because that had an important part to it. Dorne didn't have too much. Mostly I remember Bronn had a little interaction with the Sand Snakes, and somebody got poisoned, and yeah, it was a dicey situation there for a second, but he had to admit something he wasn't, he probably wouldn't have admitted to if been another situation. Tyrion and Jorah, continuing the journey, got sold to some slavers that took them to a fighting pit, which turned out to have Daenerys sitting in the audience watching it, and she did not enjoy it one bit. She didn't even know Jorah was there until Jorah heard something and actually suited up and went on out and took care of some business and finally convinced her to let him talk when Tyrion managed to get out there. So they finally meet up with Daenerys, which they've been trying to do for a bit now. So hopefully everything will come together. Now I think not next episode, but the one after in 2 weeks, it's called The Dance of Dragons. So I don't know if, of course it involves her dragons, but I don't know if it's going to involve Tyrion and Jorah possibly coming up with a plan with Daenerys to possibly take King's Landing, take another city, do something. But they've had this plan for a while now, and I'd really like to see it come through. But at least they finally met, so now they can push forward with their plan. An all-important King's Landing had a lot to do with Margaery's mother and her trying to help out Margaery and her brother. She talked to the High Sparrow and was coming up with a plan, but Olenna Tyrell definitely has a game plan. Like I said, talked with the High Sparrow, talked with somebody else, and eventually Cersei went in and talked to Margaery and kind of lied about everything, and she had told her son, the king, that she would go in and try and help work things out. But come to find out, when she went back out and talked to the High Sparrow, Olenna had found somebody that did not like Cersei very much and ended up talking to him to talk to the High Sparrow. And come to find out, Cersei has now been arrested by the High Sparrow and thrown in similar area as Margaery. And with the downer of the ending of last week, which was pretty horrible, this episode ended on a high note. Can't stand Cersei. She is pretty evil, and hopefully is going to finally get some sort of justice, because she's been a pretty horrible person. I don't want anything to happen to her like the end of last week, because nobody deserves something like that. That's pretty disgusting, but she just keeps getting away with stuff, so hopefully she'll be in prison or something for a while, because yeah, she's pretty heartless. But I don't know. We'll see. I have hope for the last few episodes, last 3 episodes, and feel like things are finally hopefully coming together and working towards a grand few final episodes. So we'll see. I'm gonna call it here, and I will see y'all next time.